So ACEs stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences, and these are traumatic events that occur in a child's life. Examples of ACEs include things like child abuse and neglect, and household dysfunctions such as mental illness, incarceration, and substance use. And we really care about ACEs because we know there is a link between those bad things that happen in childhood and negative adult health outcomes.
I use the analogy of the dog who doesn't quite understand stuff, who's got new information, they tilt their head sideways. Is that tilted head sideways is that when we start to see people from that what's happened to you instead of what's wrong with you lens, it offers new opportunities in all of our human interactions.
You've trained speakers that can deliver this information with consistency across every community in the state, and those people have trained a whole nother group of speakers. And then encouraging people to take their own action in their own spheres of influence. So people in schools will take action in schools, people in policy positions will take action there. And you end up with this elegant layering of action that is quite powerful. It's more powerful than any designed plan could be.
Early on, some folks in our community said, "Oh, I don't know, Terry. I mean, that's the study of duh, right? We already knew that we shouldn't beat our kids. What's so fascinating in this for you now?" And I said, with the brain side of it, with the brain development, the disrupted neurodevelopment, we now know exactly what's going on in the wiring of our children's brains.
It's a great sense of, we have the energy, we know we're going to move forward. Keeping people to focus on one or two things first, to do it in a sequential way. When we face things that really trouble us, things that really anger us, we want to make it go away. We want to solve the problem all in one fell swoop. And I think this is the message I hope the plan brings to bear to folks, is you've got to take it one step at a time.
So the ACEs initiative includes key components such as data, training, our prevention framework, and also policy action. Our training and data actually started back several years ago. We started collecting data in South Carolina to be able to provide that to our constituents. We also started training on ACEs so that everyone would have access to this information and we could have shared learning and shared understanding. These would provide key foundations for us to use our prevention framework to start taking action in our own local communities.
But we found this partnership with the Children's Trust of South Carolina as a unique and innovative partnership to find some mutually beneficial goals of how to further the work in investing in prevention, both from a child abuse and neglect standpoint, which is really more of the mission of Children's Trust. But from the foundation, what we saw of value was being able to find ways to decrease long-term chronic health issues.
It feels like you guys are at that stage that you get to with the what now, right? Yeah, this information is affirming, it confirms what we already knew, or this resonates with us. Okay, yeah, great, now what? Now what? And that now what journey is different based on the community and the strengths of that individual community, because I think that all of this is about leveraging what we have. And so the journey in each community in South Carolina is going to be dependent upon the resources that are there and the people that become leaders in this initiative.